Let's jump into our NFL news now, Brett. If you haven't had your fantasy draft already, it's coming because the first game is on Thursday, Brett. I know you had one this weekend. I have one coming up on Tuesday. Any notes?
Um, don't be commissioner. That sucks. But no, it went pretty straightforward. I think a lot of people did their research this year. They might have had more time than normal years when you're going out to the bars and the clubs and the baseball games and enjoying your summer, right? People were just kind of home, so maybe they did some more mock drafts. They did some more prep. So it went very much how I expected. There weren't huge shockers like, wow, this guy got picked in the third round, or what is this guy doing here?
Do you remember where Kamara went? That was one of our conversations in the last
Ooh,
episode.
Kamara went number 5 in my draft. He had been back at practice. I have
Okay.
another draft coming up this week. I expect him to go in the top 5 again. So we'll see. Actually, crazy enough, Saquon went number 1 in our draft, not Christian McCaffrey. Now,
Ooh.
that person, may just be a little full of themselves. I don't know, but I would recommend to all our listeners you take Christian McCaffrey at 1.
Well, Brett, you decided to pick your team. So what's the lineup going to be looking like this week as we prepare for week one?
Yeah, Higgins, I got some good pieces. I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I got Nick Chubb, but I got to be honest with you. Speaking of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'm fighting the urge to just start all my players that play Thursday night. It's really fucking hard because there's football back. I want to watch. I want to have a little action on it, a little skin
And
in the
be
game.
deeply invested in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be the thing on my TV on Thursday night. I think you're lying to yourself if you think anything else is on anyone's TV. NFL football is back on Thursday, and I just want my whole lineup to be playing.
Now, we're going to talk about the lines in our next episode, in episode 75, but just a little peek at what Thursday's line is as of Sunday night. Kansas City Chiefs minus 9.5 at minus 101. This is in Oregon. They're minus 460 money line, and the over-under is at 54. And considering Deshaun Watson doesn't have DeAndre Hopkins, I will probably just ride that Chiefs train. We'll see. We'll see, but I'm probably just gonna take that to the bank because that's probably what's gonna happen.
Well, it's a battle of the league's two highest paid quarterbacks, so lots of points, I expect. Lots of points. Speaking of quarterbacks, you said Josh Rosen was cut by the Dolphins. Well, he signed with the Bucks.
Watch out, Tom Brady. Someone's coming for your job.
Yeah, he'll be on the practice squad. He said he had other suitors, but he chose the situation that he thought was best over financial reasons because he has some guaranteed money. Remember, this was the ninth overall pick 2 years ago. That wasn't a bad payday.
Yes, and I'm sure learning behind Tom Brady for a year, especially in this weird COVID circumstance, isn't necessarily the worst decision that you could be making right now. So taking your losses, getting cut late like you did from Miami, where most teams already have their quarterback room settled. Not a bad call to just go across the state from Miami to Tampa and learn from Brady. So I have nothing wrong with Josh Rosen going and doing that. It'll be interesting to see how these quarterback rooms shape up as these seasons go along, though, with the coronavirus concerns and everything, and to see how teams are going to kind of play with that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting. Personally, I thought teams were probably going to keep 3 quarterbacks. Well, one team did, my Jets, and they actually kept 5 quarterbacks. They didn't really keep 5. They waived 2 and got them back, put them on the practice squad. But 5 QBs will be at Florham Park every day for the New York Jets. 3 on the roster, 2 on the practice squad. We saw Josh McCown sign kind of an interesting deal where he'll be living in Texas, but he'll be like the emergency quarterback for the Eagles this year at 41. He didn't look that bad for them last year, to be honest with you,
Oh
Higgins.
yeah, yeah, he looked great. The Giants, they only have 2 quarterbacks on the roster with Daniel Jones and Colt McCoy, which Colt McCoy had for a while the record for most wins in college football history. So I guess I'll take that for what it's worth.
There you go. Some positivity.